So I really don't enjoy fixing. But when it's self-inflicted fixing, and then for the second time self-inflicted fixing, it's really frustrating. Thankfully this belt is like super easy to change, and hopefully I put my brain on this morning or attach my head to my shoulders so that I don't do something stupid again today. Can't see it very well, but everything is going backwards like I was hoping, so we should be golden and we're set to go. So on that note, we're going to warm the combines up and head to the final quarter of the week.
You guys have been going here for a bit. No. These are not our combines. Those are green. We got the Silver Saviors. The wheat's coming off a bit tough. No, pretty tough. It's under 20, but barely. With the forecast of rain, we're just gonna throw it in an aeration bin. Worst case scenario, we'll run it through the dryer. But if we're done this field, we're done wheat. Then we get the combines. We get everything set up for canola. So might be a bit more work, but in the end I think it'll be good. So we got Mr. Terry Reimer out. He's running the grain cart today. He was out yesterday. He had stopped by the farm a couple days ago and said, hey, if you guys are needing help, let me know. We let him know. Now he's helping. So well, they've got a good chunk done here already. This is the third semi-load. So, yep, let's go. They are not going very fast. I think they're in that 2.5, 2 to 2, 2.2 to 2.5 mile an hour. The straw is very wet and not cured. Again, we're doing it because if wheat gets rain on it, you lose bushel weight, you lose color, and you can lose grade. That's Daryl running in this one. I think he said it's coming in pretty good. The yield is decent, considering when we seeded this field. And something my dad used to always say was, well, you can, at this time of the year, you can combine it wet as a number 1 and dry it, or you can combine it wet after a rain and still dry it, and now you have number 2, or even worse, is feed wheat. So there's lots of green stalk still in the, as you can see, there's not a lot of dust. There's still some green in there. risk that we do take, or the whatever, if it doesn't rain at all, and we could have waited 5 days and combined it dry, then that would be the only reason why we would regret doing what we're doing. But once the grain is in the bin, then it's just a matter of managing it and getting it dry. And we have a dryer, so we have the capabilities of running it through there if we have to. Videos back, somebody asked, what is considered dockage? I'll show you. So wheat, I need 250 grams. That was a close guess. Whew. I'm gonna take it over here to our tester. I dump it in. I'm gonna drop it. I'm gonna take that number. So that number is 52. 52. Temperature is 23. So I go into my chart here and I go 52 and 23. Well, that's not clear at all. 16.5%. That load 16.5. The last load we did was, Peter, I think was 15.8. So we're in that 16-ish. That's very reasonable. In here, anything that's white, well, not anything because some of them are immature kernels, but like this. Some of the stock that didn't get thrashed out, or straw, little stuff like that, that's considered the dockage. So it's a lot lighter than everything else. So that's the dockage. And when we are thrashing, when the cereal and the straw is on the wetter side, we have a harder time thrashing out make the exact same sample as you do when it's dry. It's just a little bit more difficult. So instead of 0.7% dockage, we might be 1.5% dockage. Not crazy, but a little bit. That's a dirtier sample than what we're used to. Typically this is, I don't like that. But like I said, when the straw is tough, it's harder for us to separate it.
Here's my lunch has showed up. Did you?
Did you get close?
No, you'll have to give it another bang. There we go. Now we're good. So you got my lunch?
Yeah, it's here.
Perfect. When you look in the hopper, you're going to see that I've got a bit more white caps in there than what I would like. Again, one of the difficulties when dealing with grain that's a little tough. We just have a little harder time thrashing it. Yeah, still pretty good sample, but there's a little bit more junk in there than I would care for. talking, all of a sudden I remembered that on our old S77s, what we actually did is we welded on an extra 2 inches onto each of our filler plates. And what that did is it just gave it a bit more time to beat up on the concave before coming through. And with those combines, we had an awesome sample almost all the time. So last year, the wheat was terribly easy thrashing. This year, up till now, it's been hot and dry, easy thrashing. So it hasn't been an issue. Like we've been sub 1% dockage. So yeah, I'm not going to complain about that. This, we're going to be over 1. We're probably going to be 1.5%. Don't like that. And in hindsight, probably should have got stuff welded onto those things, but for now we aren't there, and just something to do for this winter. Being that we're on the last field, it's just not worth it at this point. We're saving the grain, that part's the good. It's just I like a clean sample. These machines can do it, and I like to tweak them so that they can do what they do. As you can see which way the dust is going. This is why we're doing the racetrack, or the way we're doing it, so that the cart driver is in the least amount of dust as possible. You do not want that tractor and cart in the dust, if at all possible. Yeah, just no need. You can do it in such a way, so just do a little bit of doing so that we're always facing, or so that the wind is always to where the auger is. So
okay, we are just about done combining, and we figured we'd see whether this hay will bale. So I'm quickly gonna try it. If it's a go, I'll get Peter going on this, and then I'll go finish up trucking. Hopefully this is dry. I'm gonna grab a random swath here and give her. Which one do I pick? Let's go here. All right. Swath was fairly thick here. Oh man, still a little bit of moisture in there. I don't have enough experience. I don't know what to say. Guess I'll make one and see what happens. Okay, borrowed my neighbor's tester. We're gonna test this bale. This is probably one of the wetter ones I noticed. 40%. Perfect. I think we're good to go. So you stick it in, and apparently this thing just tells me I'm good. It's always the same, so that's kind of scary. Oh, there we go, 56. All right. I think we're good to go. Okay. We've got 34 bales already. It is going pretty good. This stuff is just barely dry. 18% is dry, and we're getting in that 15 to, I found spots that were 20. So We're gonna get it off, gonna get it done. Rain's on the way.
Well, this is the pass we've been looking for a while. A little bit too wide for me to get it all in line, so Arch is coming in the rear view here to clean up that last 10 feet. So we are like right there is the end. So wheat harvest 2022 is basically in the books. And
I don't know how much they had in each truck, but the trucks were leaving quite regularly.
if you look over there, there seems to be a system coming in. So we'll see how we got done. There's the end. So wheat harvest is seconds away from being done. And we beat the rain. Kendall's busy haying, so spread ourselves a little thinner with trucking, but Peter's done a good job keeping up, and everything is done.
Okay, Peter's gonna go. We're gonna hammer it off. Pretty sure we're making the right call. We'll find out more in a month or whatever, I guess, or in a couple days. Who knows? If it doesn't rain, whatever. It's close to dry. We're going. So it's actually yielding quite well. We're probably gonna get 1.5 bales to 2 bales an acre. The guys finished the wheat, so we're gonna have supper and then start bringing combines and headers home. So yeah, wheat's done. Awesome. All at a good grade. Just have to get it dry. So let's go eat. Okay, well, Peter's got he's got about 6 swaths left. Guessing these aren't ideal conditions, but the rain is it's just starting to spit, and 6 swaths that aren't even a 1/4 mile long. So bales look really good. It is still working, and just want to get this finished and get it done. So we'll have to test some bales in the morning and see what they look like. Make sure that they are still dry. Last pass. Did you have fun?
Yeah. How close are we to the end here?
You're not even halfway. But I'm guessing that last swath is small. Well, that's a wrap. We didn't have 98 bales. There was one swath that was really, really small. We're just gonna leave it because it's gonna be a really small bale. So I'm really happy that we got this cleaned up. That's if we actually get a rain right now, if we get like a 1/4 inch or a 1/2 inch rain, this this grass would actually really start to grow again. Not like we overly need more feed, but we'll be able to bring our cows from pasture and bring them here and let them graze on this. Hey, well, that's a wrap. Baler's home, combines are in the shed, cereals are done, didn't get any rain on them. That's awesome. So yeah, the big push for harvest, those are the big things that we should say is a little bit more stressful. Rain on canola, not a big deal, but yeah, happy to be where we're at. So hope you enjoyed the video, and yeah, thanks for taking time to watch.